Welcome to Goodman Gymnasium here in Salisbury, North Carolina, as for the second time in 2 weeks, the Carson Newman Eagles take on the Catawba Indians. It was Carson Newman that dominated the first matchup. Let's see what happens here in game number 2. Thank you for joining us courtside. Here with Aaron Summers, I'm Evan Budrovich. This Carson Newman defense, fantastic. The best in the South Atlantic Conference and 17th best in the country. How does this defense so dominant?
They run a really difficult zone. They are famous for their zone defense, and it causes a lot of problems for teams because there's only a few ways you can beat that zone, and one of them is to shoot really well, something that Catawba couldn't do last time against them. So today, Catawba is definitely going to have to work on the offensive end to get some good looks.
Catawba has those offensive woes, but Carson Newman does not, and it starts with the junior guard, Luke Brennigan. How does he carry this offense?
Guard Luke Brennigan is a leader of this Carson Newman team. He shoots so well from everywhere on the court, especially from outside, which has been a tough place for Catawba to defend. The Indians are the worst three-point defender in the league right now, allowing other teams 42% from beyond the arc. Could be a really tough spot for them today if Brennigan gets going.
Catawba counters with the freshman, Caleb Robinson. How has he sparked this team off the bench?
Guard Caleb Robinson is getting his first start today. He scored 20 points in the last game. He's just a freshman. He's gaining confidence as the season's gone on, and he's really been performing well in practice. Coach Rob Perrin said that he wanted to put him in the lineup today to see if he could create some more energy for the rest of the team and get them going on the scoring side of things.
When we come back, our keys to tonight's matchup. It's Catawba and Carson Newman coming up in a couple of minutes here in South Atlantic Conference action.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be.
If you aspire to inspire the world around you and others.
If you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
We're looking to create counselors to be client-centered and to be humanistic in your process. We're looking to serve, and we're hoping that individuals who come here have a mindset that they want to make a difference in someone's life.
Just the fact that it's a master's in clinical mental health counseling, it just opens you up to a variety of potential jobs. So I think Catawba's foundations are really strong, and they offer just a really good program.
Here's Marcus Burwell with an opening three, and we welcome inside Goodman Gymnasium in Salisbury, North Carolina. Carson Newman and Catawba this evening. The Eagles won the last matchup just 7 days ago, 81-62. Working it into E.J. Bush in the post. Davis, trip, comes up short. Rebound Dyer, second chance Brennigan, bingo!
We talked about Brennigan in the open. He's so deadly from outside. Catawba needs to make sure they're contesting any shot that he puts up.
He hit 4 3-pointers in that matchup last Saturday. And keep in mind, Catawba's three-point defense, the worst in this league, 43% for their opponents.
You see the 2-3 zone that Carson Newman plays with. It's so difficult to score against.
McLeod off on the jumper. And look at that battle with Williams trying to save it, and Tyreek throws it back into play. The Eagles hold on to it, and a good battle brewing in this first half. Out to Ren Dyer. He's the sharpshooter, knocking down the wing three.
Dyer picking right off where he left off in the last game. He hit 7 threes. He is also somebody that can really get going. There's a lot of good outside shooters on this Eagles squad.
Carson Newman at 9-5 on the year. Right now it's 6th place in the South Atlantic Conference. A new lineup tonight with Caleb Robinson, number 23, in there for his first start. And Burwell nearly turns it over. Davis saves it on the floor. Dyer sprints ahead. Good step through in the finish.
It's tough to beat that play when you have a good ball handler like that that's going to take it hard inside. McLeod did a good job stepping out and not fouling.
This is Larry McLeod kicking it out to Burwell. NBA range for three, and it rolls out. Carson Newman, the best defense and the best defensive rebounding team. They don't give up many second chances. There's Thomas backing down Williams. Right back to Thomas. Takes his time and blocked by Williams. Carson Newman red hot, 3 of 4 shooting to start this one as E.J. Bush kicks it out. Here's Trip Davis for 3 and a third triple.
Catawba's leaving Carson Newman open on the outside. They're not getting out on those ball handlers and denying those perimeter shots.
What a start for Carson Newman here in Salisbury. Three-pointer is off from Bernard Pelote. Catawba will score at about 77 a game. It's been the defensive end that's given him woes. As Thomas spins, fades, and tip drill is in. That's Bush crashing the boards and a timeout, Catawba. Aaron, Carson Newman wanted to score the basketball, but they're doing all types of things well today.
Well, it all starts with protecting the paint. Make sure that they're getting inside, getting paint touches first, and then also crashing the boards, because with the way that they run the zone, sometimes that's a vulnerable spot for you because you're spending so much time in your area, you don't get back to get those rebounds. As somewhere that Catawba was able to beat them in last game. You see them already stepping up and getting those offensive rebounds and the putback by Bush.
When these teams last met a week ago, 15 offensive boards for Carson Newman, and off to an impressive start. And they've shot it at 63%. We talked to Chuck Benson coming in, and he said even his youngest players have been the one who've been leaders from the start, and certainly Luke Brennigan, the junior, part of that, and also, of course, the big sharpshooter and Ren Dyer, the freshman.
The freshmen came in just willing to learn. They followed the upperclassmen and took their lead, and now they're becoming leaders on their own.
Ben Bowen comes in number 30 in the white, his first minutes. Burwell draws a lot of attention. Down to McLeod, who dumps it home.
That's one way that you can beat the zone. You want to get the ball to the middle, inside, either at the elbow or getting a pass inside for an easy bucket underneath the zone.
Larry McLeod, 10 points in his last effort, gets a dunk that time. Look at Bush setting it up to Brennigan. Right back to Bush in the post, fading away and bouncing it in. Double figures in 6 of his last 7 for the senior out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Bowen from the corner, can't hit. Look at Ren Dyer soaring in the air for the rebound. And we have a foul underneath. That's McLeod with the reach. And a timeout on the court. Carson Newman rolling up 10 early on in this first half.
Catawba College is a story of transformation. It's a place where students' creativity is fostered, a place of inspiration to go beyond the classroom, a place of belonging no matter who you are. Mentorships, a broad curriculum, and hands-on experiences prepare students for employment and a lifetime of learning. At Catawba, you begin as you are and transform with your interest and experiences. We're Catawba, and we have a good story to tell.
What makes Catawba's sport management program unique is the geographic location where we are. We're close to Charlotte, Winston-Salem, and Greensboro, so we have access to the ACC, Panthers, NBA, NASCAR, and multiple minor league baseball teams that are right in our backyard.
Know that it's a community, that's a family, and I felt like family ever since I came here and been a part of the sport management program.
Aaron, for Catawba to win this basketball game, what must they do well?
The Indians have to play with pace. Not only do they need to get out in transition, they need to make sure that while they're in the half court, they're using the ball more, moving it quickly, making the zone work. And then on the defense, they need to stay disciplined. Got to watch the fouls, have to contest shots, and they have to communicate.
Catawba, a young club who has seen the departure of Ace Carter, their top scorer, after 2 games. Reshuffled the lineup a bit with Terrence Whitfield coming off the bench tonight. Caleb Robinson, the freshman, getting his first minutes after scoring 20 points in his last game against Lincoln Memorial. And we have an offensive foul, an illegal pick on Ren Dyer. And that was a fair question you had for Rob Perrin. How does he integrate this new lineup, especially with 2 weeks left in the season?
Well, he said that they've had such spirited practices. They actually had the ability to practice a few times this week. They've been trying to make up games because they missed time due to COVID and had been playing every other day. So getting some time this week to really work through some things. He saw some freshmen really stepping up and wanted to get them in the lineup.
Caleb Robinson, a big piece of that. The freshman at Lake Charles, Louisiana. Catawba right now 3 points for Burwell, who brings it up the floor. They call him Slim, the FIU transfer. Here's Taquan Drummond working it to Whitfield. Carson Newman, the best field goal percentage defense in this league, and tough shots like that lead to a miss.
Well, they'll force you to take bad shots because of how efficient their zone is.
Tyler Bowen's got the rebound, and now the Eagles with it down low. The spin from Bowens, and he comes up short. That was Joshua Butts, the freshman, on the shot. And now Catawba looks to break a low-scoring start in these first 5 minutes. Bowen spins. Good shot fake, but can't hit. Nice pressure by Josh Butts, and it's Carson Newman basketball.
Catawba likes to play fast, but when they get into the half court, they need to make sure that they get set and they're settled in their offensive execution. They're just a little bit rattled trying to get to the basket.
Just the first turnover for Catawba tonight. A team that commits 15 a game. Brannigan kicks it far side to Dyer, who pops a three and comes up short. Carson Newman, they'll make 8 threes a night. That is part of their specialty, defending the three and making the three. Bowen underneath is stripped by Brannigan. Brannigan, the reigning player of the week in the sack, finds Davis. Davis rises and is blocked with a foul. Excellent drive by Trip Davis into the body of Ben Bowen. Chuck Benson in year 11. He's a Carson Newman grad. He's picked up 173 wins for this program, but he loves the tough, gritty nature of this year's team.
It's a really good bounce back year for the Carson Newman Eagles. They had a tough year last year. They kind of decided to change their defense and went for a little bit of a man look, and they are back to the zone this year. They've seen a lot of success with it because the players really have bought into how hard it is to play that defense, but then how hard it is to score. They really feel like they have one of the best defenses in the country.
That defense ranks 17th overall in scoring, and they're putting on a display in these first 6 minutes. Keep in mind last year, Carson Newman just 7-15 in the league, and here they sit 9-5 today.
Well, a good zone just makes you take shots, bad shots usually.
Look at really that defense. Drummond is stripped by Ren Dyer.
Yeah, really hard to drive against and get in.
Davis swings it out to Brannigan. The Eagles wasting no time, already shooting 55%. Down low to Bowen. Bowen has the size on Whitfield. Takes him to school, but can't hit the scoop shot. Rob Perrin's club, they have the all-look team in the conference. Maybe the most athletic team you see on the court. Can they piece it together here in this first half? McLeod, there's the athleticism.
Great move by McLeod, working his way baseline to get some space to get to the basket.
Larry McLeod back and healthy this year. He's been a big presence, a double-figure scorer. Brannigan, meanwhile, pops a tough J in the face of Bowen. Luke Brannigan with his younger brother Nick on the bench. Those two have been a nice duo for Coach Chuck Benson. Burwell draws a foul. And how about that nifty move by Burwell to draw the feet?
He's such a good player just in the game. He really reacts well to what the defense is giving you and sees opportunities to take advantage. And he did there with a little foul that he was able to draw.
Ben Bowen turns it over to Davis. Trip on the move and into the body that time of Drummond. Free throws for Carson Newman.
Just look at this defense, getting the steal, turning it into an offensive opportunity.
Trip Davis had a stretch in January where he scored 5 straight games of 20 points. Such an effective option at 9 points a game. And now the largest lead of the game is Catawba goes to its bench. Here's Tyreek Williams returning along with Todd Burt, the freshman from Garner. Trip Davis, the senior from Nashville, a Tennessee State transfer, hits both. This is an ideal start for Carson Newman here on the road.
And Carson Newman's really set the pace for this game and implemented their game plan.
Carson Newman boat raced UVA Wise in their last contest on the road as Williams off on the jumper. They've in fact now won 6 of their last 7, really heating up at the right time. Brannigan around the screen. Now Dyer. Bowens faces the basket, works the baseline, finds a corner in Davis, who cuts the baseline. Man, look at this action. 5 on the clock for Brannigan, who misses. Tip drill, no. It's Catawba ball.
Such patience, though, offensively. They moved the ball, and they were able to find an opportunity to get to the basket, although the basket didn't fall.
Carson Newman up 14 here in South Atlantic Conference action.
Catawba College is a story of transformation. It's a place where students' creativity is fostered, a place of inspiration to go beyond the classroom, a place of belonging no matter who you are. Mentorships, a broad curriculum, and hands-on experiences prepare students for employment and a lifetime of learning. At Catawba, you begin as you are and transform with your interests and experiences. We're Catawba, and we have a good story to tell.
We believe that understanding the industry that you're involved in, being prepared for it, and finding the opportunities and initiatives that appear is the key to success as a leader.
It's almost like a family. You get to know everybody, you get to know the students, they get to know each other. So I think that's a big advantage we have.
Here's a look at the Brannigan duo, Nick and Luke Brannigan of Greenville, South Carolina. We've seen Nick in a handful of games. He did hit 2 threes in his last one. What a nice recruiting tool for Chuck Benson to have that dynamic duo.
Luke Brannigan starts things off. He's the one that makes this team go. And then Nick Brannigan comes off and adds some help from the bench.
The Brannigan brothers, this is a pretty nice tandem if you think about it. That's nearly 20 points a game between the two as they check back in together. One thing about Nick, you got to sleep on a little bit here. He had a 4.8 GPA coming out of high school at Wade Hampton. And this entire Carson Newman team, they are loaded with all academic performers as well.
Well, it shows that up on the court, too, he's such a good decision maker as far as his shot selection goes. He shoots 48% from the field. He's such a pure shooter and just looks for good opportunities for himself.
The big question is, what are those SAT scores? That's how you get into college.
I don't even know what they are out of anymore. Is it 2,400?
I believe they moved it to 1,600
Move
now.
it back down, okay.
Got to think back to the Derrick Rose days where you get 600 points to write in your name.
Oh, Lord.
Back with his violations at Memphis. That jumper's way off for Terrence Whitfield. This Carson Newman team, by the way, a 3.3 GPA last semester as Bush slams it down.
That's what Bush likes to do. He likes to take it to the rim. You're gonna have to get out of the way just like Catawba did. There's nothing you can do when he starts going in hard.
Looked like a trampoline was in midcourt there for Bush, who rose up. And this time Davis gets his hand in the passing lane.
All momentum with the Eagles right now. See Bush just driving up to the basket hard with great elevation off the pass. Just one step and he's up and great dunk.
I got one for you, Aaron. This is his 100th game, so from 0 to 100 feet in the air real quick.
Oh, wow. You've got a bunch of them today.
Nice dunk, by the way, by Bush. As Williams takes his time. Denied. Second chance. And in for Terrence Whitfield. Carson Newman rolling in this first half. They're shooting it at 53%. Brennigan cuts to the basket. Whoa, swiped away by Burt.
Burt is so good at deflections, shot blocks. He's got such length, long arms.
And then Davis, calm and cool, he comes in and takes the basketball away. Carson Newman has flipped the script from a 9-win season last year. They already have 9 here today. And we have a foul on Terrence Whitfield. To the credit of Chuck Benson, who said, I had a brain fart last year, switching up his defenses, and it's been much improved here in 2021.
Everybody runs man, and at some point, it probably sat down, he said, why am I making this so hard if this is what everybody else does? It came back, and they back in zone.
They won the 2015 conference title. Now Bush with a putback dunk. Back-to-back slams for E.J. Bush.
Bush again showing his athleticism, grabbing the rebound, the focus to put it back in. And the stare down to the camera, that's great.
The Oak Ridge, Tennessee product has come to play. Missing the free throw as he sits at 8 points. That almost matches the entire Catawba total. First minutes for Carter Phillips, number 13 in the white. As Robinson puts on his first points. And the entire rim is tilted. Did he break the rim?
Robinson coming in with his first start, showing why he should be in this game with authority.
I wish we had the angle, but E.J. Bush, who's been dunking all night, went ahead and popped it back into place. Almost like your retainer after seeing nightmares of E.J. Bush dunking the basketball. They just keep popping out. Got to keep you entertained here, Aaron Summers, with Evan Budrovich. Catawba men struggling here in this first half.
Just E.J. Bush, he can do it all. Slams it on the offensive end and then just helps.
A little doink.
Yep, on the defensive end there.
So Shaquille O'Neal would have shattered the whole building down, basically, if he dunked it.
Absolutely.
Brennigan lets it fly, and the reigning player of the week hits the three. Luke and Nick Brennigan on the floor together, and they're putting up big numbers here for Carson Newman. Now Davis sprints ahead, blows by the defense. Nice steal by Carter Phillips. Amy and John Brennigan at home have to love what they're seeing with these two sharpshooters up by 17, largest lead of the night.
Catawba cannot get frustrated. They need to take their time and find good looks.
Robinson kicks to Whitfield, who knocks down the three.
Whitfield, somebody that's been in a little bit of an offensive slump. Good to see him getting in the game and getting some points early.
Whitfield moved to the bench for the first time this year, a move hoping to spark his scoring, according to Coach Rob Perrin. Now Bush, the dunk maker, wants it right back in the post on Robinson. Blows by the freshman with some contact and a, whoa, jump ball. Possession stays here.
Coach Perrin signaled travel, and he's still fighting that case over there.
Could have been a lot of calls he had there. I wouldn't have had the bingo card for jump ball on that one.
I think it's a toss-up. When you don't know what to call, you just said jump ball.
As Todd Bird goes to the bench, Larry McLeod returns for Catawba. Here's Brennigan, same spot, and he knocks it down.
Carson Newman's so deadly. You don't want to leave them with open looks outside, but you can't let him get in the paint either.
100th career three-pointer for Luke Brennigan, and he's already got 10 points. Williams faces a trap, and he's called for the offensive foul. It's been all Carson Newman here in this first half.
Williams is somebody that gets in foul trouble early in games. He's still trying to get his rhythm back playing. He came back just a few games ago because he'd been out with an ankle injury, and it's just been hard for him to get his handle on the game. It tends to get him in trouble.
Tyreek, the transfer from Troy, his first year back and healthy. Here's Bush in the post. He's been dominant tonight. Bush takes McLeod to school. The fadeaway short. Nice rebound by Whitfield. Whitfield gets it back, pops a three, and knocks it in.
Coming off the bench, working for Whitfield so far. That's 2 threes in the game. Offensive starting to flow for the Indians.
Whitfield's the leading scorer for this club at 12.5 points a night. Trip Davis putting on that dribbling display. Slashes to the lane, and an easy finish. So many smiles on that Carson Newman floor right now. They are feeling it. Phillips, who can shoot from anywhere, knocks it in.
That's the easiest way to beat the press, to be able to hit from outside.
And we have a technical foul on Caleb Robinson. Had a word for Carson Newman after the three, and free throws here for the Eagles. Timeout on the court. Carson Newman rolling up by 13 here in Salisbury.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be,
if you aspire to inspire the world around you and others,
if you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
Catawba College is a story of transformation. It's a place where students' creativity is fostered, a place of inspiration to go beyond the classroom, a place of belonging no matter who you are. Mentorships, a broad curriculum, and hands-on experiences prepare students for employment and a lifetime of learning. At Catawba, you begin as you are and transform with your interests and experiences. We're Catawba, and we have a good story to tell.
Back in Goodman Gymnasium, it is all Carson Newman from outside. Just the threes are just raining. And then, of course, you have another one. EJ Bush flying through the lane. He's got a couple dunks so far in the game. Nothing can stop these Eagles. They're just rolling in the first half.
EJ Bush, the spark plug with 8 points. You see Luke Brennigan, who has 13. Luke Brennigan, 21 career double-figure games. He's added a 22nd today, and now with a technical foul, he'll have 2 free throws here for Carson Newman. Curious there for Caleb Robinson what he must have said to spark the tee, especially for a freshman getting his first career start.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't nice, Evan.
Wasn't PG-13, that's for sure. Nonetheless, Brennigan to the free throw line.
And that's something you can't let happen, though. You can't let your emotions get to you. It's so frustrating sometimes in these games to not be able to score or not be able to employ your will. And as a freshman, that's something that Robinson really needs to be aware of. You can't use your mouth.
See Rob Perrin, and what is now year 6, the St. Andrews grad. Perrin's club had expectations, top 5 in the league in the preseason poll, but hitting a bit of a bump here since the start of January. They've lost 3 straight. But he loved the competitive nature of practice this week. Brennigan, sizzling dribble. Finds his younger brother, and Nick hits the 3. It's a Brennigan bomb show out here.
There's so many weapons on the offensive end for the Eagles. It's really tough to defend.
Nick has 12 threes. Luke has 38 on the year. Burwell wants an answer, and a blocking foul underneath in the lane. That's Joshua Butts called for the harm. Coach Chuck Benson mentioned how much his freshmen are stepping up, and we've seen it with Butts tonight. Now with Brennigan, some nice pieces in that freshman class. Good response by Whitfield for 3.
Whitfield's really finding his rhythm on the offensive end. Just really need to get Catawba to get some stops.
He's only a 29% shooter from deep. Needs that one as the lead balloons to 15. Ren Dyer, the head fake. Back to Bowens and the beautiful sneakers. Shot clock to 6, so Brennigan comes up short as he rushed the shot.
A great late contest by McLeod on that 3 attempt. Just see McLeod fighting. Kicks it back out to Whitfield, and another nice shot. That's just the offensive work that the Catawba Indians are putting in, moving the ball around and finding the good looks.
Whitfield is 20th in this conference at scoring. They'll need more of that tonight. Here's a corner 3 for Nelson, and the Catawba Indians have hit 2 straight.
Catawba's not a high percentage shooting team from the outside. They like to shoot from outside, but usually they don't get them to fall like that. Shooting under 30% in most of their games this season.
Everyone's chasing Devin Whitfield of Lincoln Memorial as the best 3-point shooters in this league, as Nick Brennigan comes up short. Burwell the other way for Catawba. Five minutes to go in this first half. Carson Newman's led by as many as 18. Good drive, McLeod! And a foul on the way up. That's on Ren Dyer, knocking McLeod to the corpse.
McLeod goes up so hard. I mean, he jumps so high, and then when he falls, it's like the biggest thud in the gym. He just slips. The ball comes out of his hand, and when he falls down, he just kind of didn't have his feet underneath him.
Larry McLeod comes from an athletic background. He played AAU ball with Bam Adebayo of the Heat and Dennis Smith Jr. The free throw cuts it to 11.
McLeod's done a really good job fine-tuning his game. He used to be somebody that would get a little hot and testy on foul calls. Now he's got a very level head about him. He's been a great leader for this team. Coach Perrin said that he's dealing with some tendonitis and fighting through that today. Didn't really get to practice that much this week.
You see the kinesio tape up and down his legs as Rob Perrin trying to lean on his bench late in this first half. Trip Davis nearly lost it. Great defense by Catawba. Nick Brennigan kicks it to Davis. Wide open 3, and he knocks it in. .6-3 for Carson Newman, and the threes are raining here in Salisbury. Underneath to McLeod. Brennigan comes away with it. Up to Bowens. Ooh, Brennigan wanted to shoot it.
It was a nice pass.
Dan Davis lost that pivot foot. A turnover for Carson Newman.
And that starts with the defensive pressure that McLeod was putting on ball. He's such a good defender. He's very aggressive and can guard anybody in the lineup.
Carson Newman up 13 here with 4 minutes to go in this first half.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be,
if you aspire to inspire the world around you and others,
if you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
We're looking to create counselors to be client-centered and to be humanistic in your process. We're looking to serve, and we're hoping that individuals who come here have a mindset that they want to make a difference in someone's life.
Just the fact that it's a master's in clinical mental health counseling, it just opens you up to a variety of potential jobs. So I think Catawba's foundations are really strong, and they offer just a really good program.
Back inside Goodman Gymnasium, alongside Aaron Summers, Evan Budrovich with you for an offensive display in this first half for Carson Newman. They averaged just 75 a game, but here tonight, Aaron, they've hit 7 3-pointers and a balanced scoring effort for Coach Chuck Benson's club.
Last game out, they hit 13 threes. That's an area that they can really do well in. 7 already today needs to become a focus for the Indians. You can't let them beat you from both inside and outside. You got to pick one area, and right now with the way they're shooting outside, 3 points are more than 2, Ev, so got to make sure that you're denying those shots from outside.
Not a big analytics guy, but 13 combined 3-pointers tonight, as this is now the 69th all-time meeting. Carson Newman picked up a huge win just last week, breaking a 4-game win streak for the Indians in this series. And you can tell that Coach Chuck Benson's club for Carson Newman, they're rolling offensively. 15 for Brennigan and 12 for Davis to lead the charge. Terrence Whitfield has 9 for Catawba tonight. Burwell is trapped and finds his big man. Williams dumps it down low. That zone's causing so much trouble. Out of bounds, stepping that way, a turnover for Catawba.
The ball movement was good. That's what you need to do against a zone like this, and then you need to try to get it to the middle. Where McLeod was, he was waiting for the ball. He's moving around in there. Indians really need to try to get that ball there next time up.
Trip Davis trying to shimmy past his defender, dumps it to Bush. Bush on McLeod, takes his time and floats it home.
Bush just going over McLeod inside. McLeod is standing there, hands up, doing what you're supposed to do on the defensive end.
This is Williams, and we have a foul underneath on Davis, trying to hook McLeod, who broke into laughter after the foul was called. I think he knows he was innocent.
They're having a good battle down there, that's for sure.
Catawba goes deep into its bench. This is Bernard Pelote coming back in. McLeod trapped by Thomas and gets the roll.
McLeod's so good on the baseline. He's just such a good ability to maneuver around the defenders.
Carson Newman continues to shoot it well. The Brennigan brothers are on the floor. They've combined for 18 points. And a turnover.
Really aggressive defense.
Back to Brennigan. Pops a 3, misses. And Thomas, although it was over the back, the ball went over the backboard. Out of bounds, Catawba ball. A rare miss from 3 for Carson Newman. They started this game 7 of 9 from deep.
You would think that they're not going to be able to maintain that clip for the whole entire game.
But you are facing a Catawba defense that is the worst in 3-pointers in this league.
It's become a point of focus for the Indians. However, still some room for improvement.
Catawba can shoot it pretty well. They're at 50% tonight. And a block for Thomas, denying the shot from Whitfield.
It's just a mismatch inside. Thomas, such a bigger player than Whitfield, getting his hand up for the block.
Bryant Thomas, the junior from Charlotte. He's got double-figure blocks on the year. And now Burwell sets up the attack. Takes his shot himself and nearly had it from the logo. It's a nice play call if you're Burwell.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Perrin would agree with that.
Trying to spark his offensive numbers as Brennigan keeps his footing. Thomas is stripped by Burwell, and a foul with Bryant Thomas behind the ball. Just the first foul for Thomas. You see Rob Perrin and a club that's now 4-8, but one thing they can do is really score the basketball at 78. The question's been about that defensive side of the ball.
When we allow almost 90 points per game, it doesn't matter how many you score.
Good floater by Pelote, and it's back to an 11-point game. No player with more than 9 for Catawba tonight. Carson Newman, 3 in double figures, including 15 for Luke Brennigan. There's Bush, tough shot. Can't get the bounce, and Bowen's got it. Catawba right now at 4-8 in the league in the bottom third of the conference. Carson Newman at 8-5. Right now they sit 6th as the three for Whitfield falls down.
Whitfield can take that shot the rest of the game if he's feeling it like that. His confidence clearly improved. Had no points in the Indians' last outing.
4 for 4 from deep. Bush with the mismatch on McLeod. Kicks it to the younger Brennigan. Now over to Luke. Luke Brennigan works the baseline and steps out of bounds.
Great on-ball defense by Indians in that set there.
It's back to an 8-point game. It was as large as 18 with 6 minutes to go in this first half. Rob Perrin's club hanging around here at home, where this year they are 3-3. Pelote in the corner finds Bowen, who kicks it to Whitfield. He wants a 5th three. Burwell, 10 on the clock. Spins, missed McLeod, found Pelote, makes it count from the corner.
Pelote stepping up, another freshman that's been doing well. He started last game, got another start today.
Timeout, Carson Newman, and here comes Catawba on a 6-0 run. Aaron, what has Catawba been able to do to reassert themselves on the offensive end?
They've been more aggressive on the offensive end in the way that they're taking better shots. They're moving the ball, they're finding players that are open, and their shots from outside are starting to fall. Right there, Pelote had nobody around him because they had moved the ball and the defense was collapsing on the ball handlers. It's just smart play by the Indians to just continue to look for the best option.
Meanwhile, for Carson Newman, they do have the balanced scoring, but the shot selection has fallen off here late in this first half. They've missed 5 straight from the field.
When you start a game that hot and the energy's so high, it's hard to maintain for an entire half.
They started the game 4 of 4 from 3-point range. And that was 7 threes in the half. Carson Newman up by 6 in the closing seconds. Bush with 2. Gets it off in time. And at the gun, no good. Catawba's defense keeping a minute here in this first half. It's a 6-point game with the break from Salisbury, North Carolina.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be,
if you aspire to inspire the world around you and others,
if you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
We're looking to create counselors to be client-centered and to be humanistic in your process. We're looking to serve, and we're hoping that individuals who come here have a mindset that they want to make a difference in someone's life.
Just the fact that it's a master's in clinical mental health counseling, it just opens you up to a variety of potential jobs. So I think Catawba's foundations are really strong and they offer just a really good program.
What makes Catawba's sport management program unique is the geographic location where we are. We're close to Charlotte, Winston-Salem, and Greensboro, so we have access to the ACC, Panthers, NBA, NASCAR, and multiple minor league baseball teams that are right in our backyard.
Know that it's a community, that's a family, and I felt like family ever since I came here and been a part of the sport management program.
We believe that understanding the industry that you're involved in, being prepared for it, and finding the opportunities and initiatives that appear is the key to success as a leader.
It's almost like a family. You get to know everybody, you get to know the students, they get to know each other. So I think that's a big advantage we have.
Halftime here in Salisbury, North Carolina. Carson Newman up by 6 at the break. You see the women's program for the Catawba Indians, and earlier today, good ball game with Carson Newman. The Eagles won 68-63 as Lindsey Taylor had 14 points. A balanced scoring effort for the Eagles, but Catawba kept it close, forcing those turnovers.
Great to see the Indians get back on the court, play some really great defense. Carson Newman, too much for the Indians on the offensive end. They were able to get inside for some good looks. And then, of course, Weichel had another great day.
Braylon Weichel, 20 points for the 24th time in her career. And then when she's hitting threes, tough to stop.
The Indians really continued to push, and they were making Carson Newman work for it, but they were able to end up on the winning side of things, despite Catawba not really backing down, continuing to fight throughout the game.
Catawba forced 29 turnovers. They turned that into a bunch of points. And here's a prime example. Good steal by Marissa Bruce, who finished it off. And then Catawba was down 18. They got it back within 2. Had a chance to score late, but just too much down the stretch for Carson Newman.
See right here as DeShazo comes in, strong to the basket. Lots of women competing today and showing why Carson Newman is such a good team in this conference. A lot of it has to do with their leader in Weichel. She hits from outside. And of course, we mentioned the Indians, they just keep coming back.
They outscored by 6 in the second half, but too much. Carson Newman down the stretch. The game winner from Abby Williams off the bench. Here's the big shot that puts the game away. And Wilson gives Carson Newman a 5-point win. When we come back, more from the second half of Carson Newman and Catawba here from Salisbury.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be,
if you aspire to inspire the world around you and others,
If you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
We're looking to create counselors to be client-centered and to be humanistic in your process. We're looking to serve, and we're hoping that individuals who come here have a mindset that they want to make a difference in someone's life.
Just the fact that it's a master's in clinical mental health counseling, it just opens you up to a variety of potential jobs. So I think Catawba's foundations are really strong and they offer just a really good program.
What makes Catawba's sport management program unique is the geographic location where we are. We're close to Charlotte, Winston-Salem, and Greensboro, so we have access to the ACC, Panthers, MBA, NASCAR, and multiple minor league baseball teams that are right in our backyard.
Know that it's a community, that's a family, and I felt like family ever since I came here and been a part of the sport management program.
We believe that understanding the industry that you're involved in, being prepared for it, and finding the opportunities and initiatives that appear is the key to success as a leader.
It's almost like a family. You get to know everybody, you get to know the students, they get to know each other. So I think that's a big advantage we have.
Halftime here in Goodman Gymnasium. Carson Newman leads by 6, looking for the season sweep over Catawba on the year. And Aaron, these highlights were all Carson Newman early in this game, led by as many as 18, thanks to the three-point shot.
Carson Newman started on fire, especially from outside. They're hitting 64% from beyond the arc. They have 7 threes in the first half, and it's coming from all different people and places inside E.J. Bush as he slams this one down.
Not just one.
Oh no, there were 2. and he let you know about it.
And getting some camera time. E.J. Bush having quite a half. But then Catawba started hitting some shots, and they crawled their way back within 6.
Absolutely. Even though Carson Newman continued to fight on the offensive end, inside and outside from various places, Catawba really turned things on defensively and started to create opportunities for themselves. They were moving the ball around, outside shot from Carter Phillips there, and then again, Whitfield, he caught fire.
It was the Whitfield show in the first half, 4 of 4 from deep, and once he got going, Carson Newman had no answers for Terrence Whitfield.
Whitfield, somebody that hasn't been shooting as well. He's 4 for 4 from outside in the first half, something that needs to continue for the Indians to claw their way back in this one. Really stepped up today on the offensive end.
The best defense in this league, and Carson Newman holding Catawba to 37. But Aaron, these three-point shooters are both clicking for each team.
Both sides have 7 threes so far, shooting such a good percentage. It's just the defense that's been so tough for Catawba inside. They're not able to really get any other looks from on the court. They've been a lot of turnovers for the Indians. So at times they've looked rattled. But you see those 8 turnovers there in the bottom of the corner. And then the rebound battle, it's been tight inside.
A 6-point game at half. When we come back, our final thoughts leading into half number 2 and what you should expect with Carson Newman and Catawba here in Salisbury.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be,
if you aspire to inspire the world around you and others,
if you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
We're looking to create counselors to be client-centered and to be humanistic in your process. We're looking to serve, and we're hoping that individuals who come here have a mindset that they want to make a difference in someone's life.
Just the fact that it's a master's in clinical mental health counseling, it just opens you up to a variety of potential jobs. So I think Catawba's foundations are really strong and they offer just a really good program.
What makes Catawba's sport management program unique is the geographic location where we are. We're close to Charlotte, Winston-Salem, and Greensboro, so we have access to the ACC, Panthers, NBA, NASCAR, and multiple minor league baseball teams that are right in our backyard.
Know that it's a community, it's a family, and I felt like family ever since I came here and been a part of the sport management program.
We believe that understanding the industry that you're involved in, being prepared for it, and finding the opportunities and initiatives that appear is the key to success as a leader.
It's almost like a family. You get to know everybody, you get to know the students, they get to know each other. So I think that's a big advantage we have.
Welcome back inside Goodman Gymnasium. It's Carson Newman leading Catawba by 6 here in their second matchup of the year as the Eagles search for the season sweep and trying for a 4th straight win. Welcome you courtside with Aaron Summers, Evan Budrovich with you for half number 2. And Aaron, it was a 3-point sharpshooting show. Each team was 7 3-pointers. Who's going to have enough offense to win this game tonight?
I don't know. I mean, it started with Carson Newman. They picked up the baton from the jump and then passed it to Catawba, and they started falling from outside for the Indians. It was really fun to watch. And in the second half, it's who stayed hot, who stayed warm at halftime. I don't know what they did. Maybe they're doing some stretches, make sure that everybody's still loose.
Certainly for Catawba, they want to shake off the tough rust of 3 straight losses. Their last win in overtime here at home to start the month of February, and Rob Perrin's club looking to hit the reset button with a new mentality. As he says, mentality is your new reality. Carson Newman, however, they know what their mentality is. It's playing defense. That zone has made for the best scoring defense in this league. Found some holes late in the half, but overall, I think it's where Coach Chuck Benson would want right now with his club.
They're number 20 in the country in scoring defense as well. You mentioned number 1 in the conference. They're just so efficient with that zone that they run, they really eliminate your opportunities inside. They force you to beat them outside, which is really difficult for teams.
Why does this game matter? Well, first of all, we're here doing it. We love it. Second of all, Lincoln Memorial sits at the top of the conference. They're going to host the tournament this year, get a bid in the Southeast region. But then down the stretch, teams like Carson, Newman, Wingate, Newberry, all fighting for playoff seeding. And this year, Aaron, every team qualifies for the playoffs. Even a club like Coker and Catawba have plenty to play for.
The depth of this league is just so impressive. You look at these two teams here today, Carson, Newman, and Catawba. Catawba, they're fighting to get back to the middle. Carson, Newman sitting right in the middle of this conference. Such a good team. And it just tells you how many really good quality clubs are in this conference. It's going to be a really fun tournament once we get there.
Just 2.5 weeks away, right around the corner. It's been the Brennigan show in half number 1. Luke has 15, and his brother Nick with a 3-pointer as well, leading the charge for the Eagles, who take on a non-conference opponent in Benedict coming up, and then a Mars Hill double dip. Lincoln Memorial, the top team in the league, and you know the Chuck Penson's club. You hate to look ahead, but that game against Lincoln Memorial can mean so much.
And you can get a win in that game against Lincoln Memorial. The kind of confidence that you can go into the tournament with, it's just going to be so high. Really fun way for them to end their non-conference or conference schedule before the conference tournament starts.
They just came off an 11-point loss to Lincoln Memorial last week. And how about the young gun and Caleb Robinson getting his first start? A couple of double dips with Newberry and Anderson mixed in, and we saw in those standings Lenore Ryan, the second best team in this league, right up the road here from Salisbury, North Carolina. So the in-state battle, and certainly for Catawba, they want to get back to 500 and give themselves a fighter's chance in this tournament.
Catawba had a stretch where they had to sit for a few weeks, and all of those games were on the road. So they really had a tough time trying to work them back into their schedule. This past 3 games that they had were all away, which made it difficult for them having to figure out that travel. Usually you plan your schedule out with such attention to those away games falling on Saturdays, so you're not having to make that travel during the week. However, was not the case for Catawba this season. Due to unforeseen circumstances, they had to have so many of those games fall during the week, and that's going to be the same thing this next couple weeks for them. They're going to have to still try to get some of those games in. It's tough, but Perrin said he loves this team. He loves the fight they come with every day and the energy that they've been bringing to practice.
Catawba leads this all-time series 40-28. Yet it was Carson Newman just a week ago in their building in Jefferson City, Tennessee, connecting on 13 threes, really taking advantage and a dominant win. Now can Coach Chuck Benson's club complete this second half and move to 10-5 in the league. That would surpass last year's entire win total. Much credit to this club reinventing themselves on defense.
I think Chuck Benson wants to just forget last year and the conversations we had with him. He was like, that was on me, and I can't believe that I decided to make such adjustments to our usual game plans. Usually they do so well, make the tournament every single season. They have 8 straight winning seasons before last year. Just built a really good program at Carson Newman.
Thanks for sticking around with us here in Goodman Gymnasium, along with Aaron Summers. Evan Bundrovich guiding you through half number 2. And Catawba will start with the basketball here at home, where they are 3-3 on the year.
Catawba really eager to pick up where they left off on that 9-0 run to end the second, or end the first.
And okay, clock resets, and here we go. Both teams hit 7 threes in the first half, including Terrence Whitfield, who was 4 for 4. So he gets the first crack at it, the second, and an air ball.
He's on the other side of the court now. He's got to get his bearings straight.
I was going to say the light's a little bit off on that side. He couldn't miss from this side of the floor. Luke Brennigan, the reigning player of the week, is trapped and gets it off to Davis. Carson Newman not known for their offense, but they're clicking tonight with 4 in double figures as Bush comes up short. Good pressure by Tyreek Williams. Burwell into the front court, backs it away. The Catawba team that's lost 3 in a row, all on the road. Now searching for life back at home in Goodman Gymnasium. McLeod in the middle of the zone. Backs down Bush, fades away. And a rebound for Bush.
McLeod took too long with that ball in his hands. The defense was able to collapse on him, didn't get a good look.
Down low to Thomas, spins and draws the foul. That's Brian Thomas to the free throw line. Brian Thomas coming off a 20.6 rebound effort as Williams picks up his 3rd foul.
You got to feel for Williams. He's trying so hard and keeps getting called for fouls that are real tic-tac fouls. He walked away from that one with his arms held straight up. Like, I didn't do anything. This is how I was standing.
Trying to plate his case early in the second half. See if Rob Perrin keeps him in the game as Thomas hits both. Carson Newman at 66% as a free throw team at the bottom of the league. That's one area Catawba's done very well, 70% from the line. Burwell blows by Davis, but not even close on the shot. Thomas affected it.
Burwell has to go up harder than that. There's so much contact that he could have drawn, at least to have gotten to the line.
The lob is deflected, and there's Williams with another foul. Rob Perrin pleading his case. No foul on the other end, but a foul this time on Williams.
Absolutely, we just mentioned it. Burwell going in with 4 players on him. No foul, and then Williams.
And Trip Davis rattles it in. Trip Davis now in double figures for the 25th time in his career. He's got 12 tonight. Williams to McLeod. Nice. Boy, McLeod can jump out of a building.
He has such bounce, and he's definitely who Catawba needs to get the ball to because he's such a good ball handler. He can move well with the ball, and that's what you need to do against this zone.
Here's Bush underneath. Trying to size up McLeod. Spins to his left. And Williams easily able to get that rebound. Look at that range for Burwell. Now he cuts in with the contact and a foul on Thomas.
There you go. Going up hard through contact. The Indians getting things going on the offensive end. Here's Williams who drops it off to McLeod, easy up and in the basket. And then, of course, Burwell, hard drive with the focus through contact and is able to get the bucket.
Burwell shot just 1 of 7 in his last game. Much better tonight. So he hits the free throw, giving him 6 points. Remember, it was an 18-point game late in the first half with 6 minutes to go. Here comes Catawba down 5.
Coach Perrin really likes to chart his numbers, and he always points out different things he wants to see. He said 20 free throws.
And an offensive foul. Williams takes the charge.
That one is going to make him happy.
They got a knee to the chest. He's shaking that one off as Ren Dyer called for the harm.
Williams just such a big body inside. If he stands his ground, which he did, got there in time.
Foot to the uncomfortable position.
Took the contact.
That might have been Whitfield's greatest assist, getting Williams back to his feet. He was playing hard with 3 fouls.
Williams is somebody that needs some more conditioning work. Coach Perrin said they'd like to see him drop about 20 pounds. Just been hard with the COVID quarantine.
Williams almost got a 3, and instead, Bush skies in the air.
And Williams' injury.
Trip Davis wants to run, goes to the basket and beats the defense. Four minutes into the second half. Now Catawba the better shooting team at 52%. Can this top-ranked scoring defense get a stop? Pelot steps into a 3 and nails it. Bernard Pelot coming off a 20-point effort. He was part of that freshman duo, each with 20.
Yeah, he was 4 for 7 in that game, in that last game. He can hit from outside.
Thomas sizes up Williams, wants a foul, and a traveling violation on the shot. 7 turnovers for Carson Newman. As fast as Catawba likes to run, Aaron, it sort of feels as if this game is slowed down, yet is in the favor of Catawba's pace.
It's hard with the way that Carson Newman plays. They like to play slower, especially what they force you to do on your own offensive end with the defense that they run really slows the game down. Catawba's not trying to push the pace. They're taking their time offensively and making the best play.
4 minutes gone by in the second half. The lead has been trimmed to 4. Burwell dances around Brennigan. Kicks it to Whitfield. It was red hot in the first half. Knocks down his first shot of the second. Keep in mind, this is Terrence Whitfield's first game off the bench for the sophomore guard. And all of a sudden, double-figure scoring.
Sometimes you just need that pressure to be taken off of you.
Thomas trying to save it over to Davis. Clock down to 6. Underneath to Bush. And McLeod takes the charge. Boy, he got steamrolled, but he'll take the foul, and it's Catawba basketball.
His body's all over the place down there.
We have a timeout. Catawba hanging around for dear life, down just 2 here in Salisbury.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be,
if you aspire to inspire the world around you and others,
If you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
We're looking to create counselors to be client-centered and to be humanistic in your process. We're looking to serve, and we're hoping that individuals who come here have a mindset that they want to make a difference in someone's life.
Just the fact that it's a master's in clinical mental health counseling, it just opens you up to a variety of potential jobs. So I think Catawba's foundations are really strong and they offer just a really good program.
A look inside Goodman Gymnasium, cutouts and all. It's Carson Newman up by 2 early on in the second half. The Eagles, who dominated the last matchup 81-62, a much tighter game today. Aaron, what has Catawba done to stick around in this ballgame?
Catawba really looked at that last game, and they've put in some offensive sets that would be successful against zone-specific defense. And you've seen that they're getting in on those baseline drives. They're able to hit from 3 as they move the ball and find better looks. It's been what's helped them as this game has gone on. And then defensively, they've been really tenacious. They've been deflecting shots. They've been getting in lanes, denying entry passes. They're locked in now. Slow start, but they clawed their way back in.
Yeah, you see Dave Davis, our lead official, talking with Chuck Benson, and a nice remark to us during our conversation. He said, I had 2 dreams growing up, coaching at the University of Tennessee and coaching at my alma mater, Carson Newman. And here he is now in year 11, getting his club back to a winning record at 9-5, and right now at 5th place in the league.
Yeah, he said he just loves it there. Holds a really good place in his heart and loves his time there, loves being the coach there.
And the Mossy Creek down in Jefferson City, Tennessee. How can this club pick up a crucial road win? They just won at UVA Wise earlier this week on Wednesday. Burwell thought about a 3. Tipped to McLeod, intercepted. Brennigan had it poked up to Bowens, who finds a corner shooter in Brennigan, to his brother, and Luke kicks it down. No better assist than from a younger brother with Nick to Luke that time.
Yeah, it's got to feel good.
Luke, the junior forward, or the reigning player of the week, and we have a foul. Bowens trying to intercept that pass called for his first.
No, I think it was
it's on Williams.
Williams, yeah.
Gosh. Sorry, I didn't see that right away. 4 fouls on Williams, and he's got to head to the bench.
That's so tough. Williams is fighting so hard to get playing time, get back in shape, and help this squad.
Well, the whole squad better be ready here in the second half. It's a 5-point game. In fact, it's Catawba's defense today keeping him in this one against the best scoring defense in the league in Carson Newman. Good entry pass to Bowens, but he couldn't hang on. McLeod steps out of play, and it's Eagles ball.
Catawba's just so pesky on defense. They really move their hands and are in your face and very deflective.
Keep in mind, they have the 50th best turnover ratio in this entire Division II basketball. They're going to force a bunch of turnovers. Brennigan got it back, blocked by Pelote. Second chance blocked, and it's a violation of the shot clock. And there's those scrappy hands, scrappy fingers getting in there for this Catawba defense.
Yeah, getting some fans applauding their efforts down on the defensive end. That is something that can fuel you, though, and fire you up if you can stop a team and force a shot clock violation.
Catawba's won 4 of their last 5 meetings with Carson Newman, but here they sit down 5. Williams, the hot hand in the first, works into the corner to Bowen. Now up top to Pelote, catch, shoot, and miss. Rebound McLeod.
It's great extension and focus following that ball.
Bowen swings it across to Whitfield. Fakes the 3. Good defense from Carson Newman. McLeod breaks it down to Bowen, who completes the process.
Great no-look pass by McLeod. Bowen was able to pick it up and put it in the basket. It's a tough pass, but able to complete the play.
First points for Bowen tonight. Now Brennigan, who had 14 in the first half, now sits with 18. Lays it off to Butts. Butts, size, scoop shot in. He had 11 points in that first meeting. Here he is knocking the door with his first points tonight. Catch and shoot for Pelote, and he drills it. Closest it's been since the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, they can't quite break this 2-point barrier.
Nick Brennigan works the baseline on Bowen. Brennigan somehow contorts the shot to fall. That's inexcusable if you're Bowen underneath defensively.
Bowen is the bigger player. He should have the ability to push Brennigan out of a spot, and Brennigan just so versatile.
Pelote trying to cut it to 1. Rebound Whitfield, and he's fouled on the way up. How about the effort of Terrence Whitfield off the bench, making his presence felt tonight?
It's impressive to see that he was able to respond that way, because he was in such a scoring slump. He felt like he really had to do so much for this team, and he was able to swallow his pride, come off the bench today, and no pressure, steps up.
He's got 16 points. As Coach Rob Perrin moved him to the bench intentionally to try to find his spark. Well, last year he was a double-figure scorer in that role. And to his credit, he's seen those results blossom into a nice scoring night.
And he started the season really well. He was doing everything that he needed to do, from a point guard role, from passing the ball off and scoring himself. Just kind of became this point where they were losing and he took more on.
Whitfield has scored in double figures all but 1 game this year. He's cut it to 3. Now Carson Newman needs a response on offense as Bush pops a jumper in the lane. Bowen left open, finds his shooter. Whitfield contested short. And nearing our media timeout, Carson Newman would love a bucket here to extend this lead. Working underneath the Bush. Blows into Whitfield, and that is offensive. Terrence Whitfield putting on a display off this bench as we'll take a timeout. Carson Newman up 5. Catawba hanging around here in Salisbury.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be,
if you aspire to inspire the world around you and others,
if you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
We're looking to create counselors to be client-centered and to be humanistic in your process. We're looking to serve, and we're hoping that individuals who come here have a mindset that they want to make a difference in someone's life.
Just the fact that it's a master's in clinical mental health counseling, it just opens you up to a variety of potential jobs. So I think Catawba's foundations are really strong and they offer just a really good program.
Carson Newman up 5 here in this second half, searching for the series sweep over Catawba. One thing keeping the Indians in it today, however, is Terrence Whitfield off the bench. A productive night for Catawba.
Terrence Whitfield got in this game and immediately became a problem for Carson Newman. He's hitting from outside, pulling up with confidence, and the shots are falling.
Whitfield with 17 points. And that was the challenge from Rob Parent coming in, moving him to a different role, one he had inherited last year as the lead scorer off the bench. Promoted the freshman Caleb Robinson into the starting attack, and here comes Catawba hanging around at home.
Sometimes players just need to see the game unfold in front of them for a minute without them being in it. Once they can kind of see what's happening, then they can step off the bench and really insert themselves.
Catawba's hit 9 3-pointers tonight. That's certainly going to help. Their three-point defense that entered this game worst in the league has not gotten much better, giving up 8 threes, but yet they have forced 9 turnovers for Carson Newman. Bird's pass to McLeod underneath. Sets up Carter Phillips, who can shoot from anywhere. Shot clock at 5.
McLeod tried to reset.
And Pelote at the gun knocks it in.
And Pelote saved him.
The Catawba bench loves it. It's a 2-point game. Brannigan wants a response. Instead, they go to Thomas, who kicks it to Dyer, and the sharpshooter is off the rim. Leak out to Burt, who saves it. Ooh.
Nobody there to pick it up from his team.
Even the Russian judge gives that a 9. Acrobatic pass there from Todd Burt.
Which is great ability by Burt to be able to get that ball. It just shows his length.
This game is slowed down in the second half, giving Catawba some momentum as Ren Dyer backs down his defender for the bucket. Ren Dyer entered this game as a 12-point-a-game scorer. He's been held to just 5 tonight. That free throw jumper way off. Todd Burt, the freshman from Garner, looking to find his feet. McLeod the steal. McLeod, one man to beat him. Brannigan goes over him for the dunk.
McLeod so capable on both ends of the court. Great steal, and then leads to a highlight dunk.
He jumped to Charlotte with that ability right there as Davis trying to preserve a 2-point lead.
Well, he needs to come back here to this gym.
Now he's got to guard Bush in the post. McLeod right in his grill, and Bush knocks it home. We came into this doubleheader, Aaron, and wondering, could Catawba's men hang around with Carson Newman? And they've been doing it on both ends of the floor. Pelote, whoa, for 3.
Shots like that are contagious. When people start shooting well, and the energy starts elevating on the floor. Your bench is going crazy. Catawba right back in this game.
Three-pointer for Catawba tonight, and an illegal pick on Thomas.
McLeod taking it inside with the flying dunk jam. And then the dish, the outside shot by Pelote. The freshman stepping up big today.
Catawba could shoot for the lead for the first time since the opening seconds of this game. Look at how far Davis has to guard Phillips, who can literally shoot from anywhere on the court. Back to Pelote. The lead is short. Carson Newman has given up 5 straight points. Davis fouled, and to the free throw line he goes with McLeod knocking him down.
And Carson Newman is continuing to fight. They're not quite going away each time that Catawba charges back. They're still taking it in hard, whether they're getting to the rim or able to draw a foul. They're kind of just staying just ahead of the Indians.
Here's Trip Davis, the senior from Nashville, Tennessee. It's his 55th game in the Carson Newman orange and blue. Very balanced production for Carson Newman tonight. 3 in double figures. Bush, Brennigan, and Davis all with 14 or more. So a 3-point game as Taquan Drummond, the junior from Newport News, Virginia, comes back in. So much length for Catawba on the floor, trying to break the zone down. Pelote with 8, steps back for the tie, and it's short. Good pressure on Davis, who spins out of it.
Catawba really needs to get back to rebounding, boxing out, especially if they're not going to hit.
Bush sizes up Pelote. He has the weight, leaves it off to Thomas. Oh, good strip by McLeod, saved a dunk. And that's the 5th team foul on the Indians. Catawba trying to come back here at home. They're down 3 inside Goodman Gymnasium.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be,
if you aspire to inspire the world around you and others,
if you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
Catawba College is a story of transformation. It's a place where students' creativity is fostered, a place of inspiration to go beyond the classroom, a place of belonging no matter who you are. Mentorships, a broad curriculum, and hands-on experiences prepare students for employment and a lifetime of learning. At Catawba, you begin as you are and transform with your interests and experiences. We're Catawba, and we have a good story to tell.
Welcome back inside Goodman Gymnasium here with Aaron Summers. I'm Evan Budrovich, reminding you that Carson Newman just won a week ago in the same matchup in Tennessee. Now the Eagles look for a 2nd straight win. It's been a tight one in the second half, largely due to the bench play of the Indians. They're plus 18 in bench scoring, bringing this team back to life in the second half.
The Indians have a lot of depth, and Coach Perrin likes to say that they have a starting 10 that he can rotate in and out, and any night it can be anybody stepping up. And a lot of nights it's from the bench. A lot of those players have been big contributors for the Indians.
It helps they've matched a season high with 11 3-pointers. You have to go back to December 12th for Rob Perrin's club. And now watches Thomas go to the free throw line, leading by 3.
We're talking about a team that usually shoots just under 29% from the 3. To come in here today and shoot this well, is the reason why they're in this game against such a good zone defense.
Brian Thomas is 67% shooter, knocks in his first. Carson Newman, what they do well is block shots and play defense, but Rob Perrin's club has found their offensive rhythm here in half number 2. Especially when you look at the numbers here, Aaron, they're shooting 51%. This defense is elite in Division II basketball.
Both teams are shooting so well, and I feel like the defense has been really good on both ends.
Carter Phillips fakes the 3, zips it out to Whitfield. McLeod's pass is taken away by Thomas, who then lost it out of play, and it stays with Catawba. The clock resets.
Thomas in there at 6'9". It's a tough player to try to fight for a ball against.
Brian Thomas, the junior from South Mecklenburg High School in Charlotte. The officials come together to check if the shot clock should have reset. So there you go. They'll move it down to 20 seconds. That rule was implemented the last 2 seasons in college basketball. If the team regains possession, kind of speeds up the game as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Down low to McLeod, who has a dunk just a minute to go. Phillips.
They're not giving him any time outside.
And off the knee of Carter Phillips, a turnover for Catawba. There's that 6'9" frame of Thomas, making life really tough for the Indians.
It's tough because the Indians have their big guy, 6'9", Tyreek Williams, who's on the bench right now.
Ren Dyer with position, missing the shot, gets his own miss. Back to Dyer, and he can't get it again. To Bush. He's got it.
You gotta hold on to that ball. Carter Phillips had the rebound.
Oh, the lob. Oh my goodness. McLeod tried an incredible. Here we go. 6:15 to play. Buckle up.
Those ones have connected a lot. That's McLeod's very good at catching the lob.
Davis wants his turn at a tough play, and he draws the foul on Todd Bird. I swear it's just one team sparking the other with that energy here tonight.
Each team just keeps fighting back. It's who can stay more settled and efficient as far as their game plan goes.
Trip Davis back to the free throw line where he scored 15 last Saturday against Catawba.
And the rest of his team goes to get set on the other end.
You might as well with how quickly Catawba's been moving in the second half. Remember, this game was as close as 2 just 3 minutes ago. And Carson Newman on a 7-0 run to extend the lead. Trip Davis looking to build on a 19-point night. And give him 20. It's the 3rd time this year he's scored 20 or more. Under 6 minutes to play. Catawba's gone cold from the field in these last 5 possessions. Drummond draws the double. Sets up Nelson. Drummond with 9. Good pressure by Dyer defensively. Back to Bowen, but he stepped out of bounds.
No, there wasn't a lot of real estate left over there. Really good defense by the Eagles. They're playing really tenacious and just collapsing on the ball handlers, denying any option.
An 8-0 run for Carson Newman, and they have some life thanks to their defense. Working it back to Bush. Taking his time. Brennigan on the shot fake, and there's a foul on the floor. 1-1 for Carson Newman coming up.
Yeah, Whitfield, he bought on the fake. Jumps in and caused a good contact and then gets called for that foul.
Here's Luke Brennigan to the free throw line. Among the many things he can do well, it's shoot free throws, 79%. Brennigan needs one more free throw to score 20 points tonight. That's been the big duo, Brennigan and Davis. As Catawba's been much more balanced. 3 players in double figures, led by Whitfield with 17. What a nice 10-0 run if you're Carson Newman and Coach Chuck Benson to extend this lead.
Well, they're the team that's been more in rhythm over the past several games. They're riding a winning streak coming in here. They know what they're good at, what they need to do. It starts with the defense.
4 straight wins for Carson Newman, including a win last Saturday over Catawba by 18. Burwell late in the clock with 6 and completes the layup. Timeout, Rob Perrin. And we'll take the break as well. Carson Newman up by 9. Looking to close this one out inside of Goodman Gymnasium.
Catawba College is a story of transformation. It's a place where students' creativity is fostered, a place of inspiration to go beyond the classroom, a place of belonging no matter who you are. Mentorships, a broad curriculum, and hands-on experiences prepare students for employment and a lifetime of learning. At Catawba, you begin as you are and transform with your interests and experiences. We're Catawba, and we have a good story to tell.
We believe that understanding the industry that you're involved in, being prepared for it, and finding the opportunities and initiatives that appear is the key to success as a leader.
It's almost like a family. You get to know everybody, you get to know the students, they get to know each other. So I think that's a big advantage we have.
The Brennigan duo has stepped it up tonight. Nick and Luke Brennigan combining for 23 points.
It's so fun to see these two players working off of each other.
20 for the older brother, and the younger brother with 5 of his own. Certainly if your mom and dad, Amy and John, watching at home, John played college basketball at South Dakota. And a good chance to watch these two click on all cylinders for Coach Chuck Benson's club.
And there's Luke. Look at him. He's one of our key players coming into this game. He's definitely stepped up and done a really good job today with 20 points.
Carson Newman on a 10-1 run to extend this lead. Dyer, good find to Thomas, who gets the roll. Can Catawba hang around here with 4:20 to play? Good drive by Whitfield, and he's up to 19 points.
Whitfield again asserting himself on the offensive end, saw an open lane, drove hard to the basket, and gets the points.
Brennigan working around the offense here for Carson Newman. Good drive by Dyer, who's denied at the rim. Second chance, rolls out. These Carson Newman Eagles are attacking the basket tonight.
One would say that they're flying Eagles.
How so?
Because they've been jumping out of the gym.
We'll take a timeout. Carson Newman up 9, looking to complete the season sweep when we return.
Not everybody's going to pick Catawba, but Catawba can be a place for anybody.
You can find a sense of belonging. You can find your people here, and it can be whatever you make it.
If you want to transform into the person you have the potential to be,
if you aspire to inspire the world around you and others,
if you want to discover a sense of belonging and make it what you want, there's a place for you here.
Catawba College is waiting. Are you ready?
Catawba College is a story of transformation. It's a place where students' creativity is fostered, a place of inspiration to go beyond the classroom, a place of belonging no matter who you are. Mentorships, a broad curriculum, and hands-on experiences prepare students for employment and a lifetime of learning. At Catawba, you begin as you are and transform with your interests and experiences. We're Catawba, and we have a good story to tell.
Taking a look inside Goodman Gymnasium as Carson Newman searches for a second straight win in this series. They're up by 9. And now to the free throw line goes Brian Thomas, who nearly threw the house down with a big dunk. He got blocked. And an opportunity to build on a nice night from the free throw line. I will say, Aaron, just the aggressiveness of both these teams. They have not been afraid to drive to the basket and try to throw home some SportsCenter dunks all night.
No, and they've been standing in the lane. They've been taking charges. They've been putting their body on the line for this game. There's been some big falls.
Must have been E.J. Bush who set the trend with that Superman dunk in the first half.
Well, of course, once you see somebody dunk, you want to be able to do it too. You have to prove that you are also capable. You're not the only one that can come in my gym.
Reminds me of the old Larry Bird Magic Johnson commercial. Anything you can do, I can do better.
And just a minute ago, they announced in the gym that LMU actually lost to Newberry today. Final score, Newberry winning 71-66. So it's a big upset in the SAC.
Lincoln Memorial, their second loss all season. This is a top 10 club in the country as Dyer tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Catawba ball.
Burwell definitely went down hard, immediately falling to the floor.
And Burwell slow to get up. Dyer and Burwell banged into each other.
It looks like it would be his knee. Must have taken some contact there.
So it's Catawba ball down 10. They had this game as close as 1 point just 3 minutes ago. And a big-time scorer, Marcus Burwell, exits the senior, so Larry McLeod returns, the Sanford, North Carolina product. Who, if you had a bingo card for best dunker, he would definitely get all the slots, 5 in a row.
He's definitely capable.
Catawba trying to avoid a 4th straight loss in South Atlantic Conference play. McLeod with 6, steps back for a long 2 and misses. Rebound Carson Newman. Brunigan's got 20 tonight. He's been the star offensively. And nearly lost it. Oh, he did. Last touch by Brunigan.
It's been a little disjointed past few minutes here. Neither team can really take control of this game. Carson Newman went on a little bit of a spurt there, but it's been kind of stagnant the past few minutes.
Carson Newman's won this game with the free throw line, 17 of 19 from the stripe. Brunigan working on Drummond, the reigning player of the week in the SAC. Breaks down the defense and gets the foul call. More free throws for Luke Brunigan.
The Indians just got caught up inside. I was going to see if they called that on Williams. He was down there underneath as well, but Drummond is one who gets called for the foul. He ran into Williams, and I think that caused him to commit the foul on Brunigan.
Luke Brunigan now up to 80% as a free throw shooter. This Carson Newman team, they're not excelling at the free throw line, but they've shot it well under 4 minutes to go in games, nearly 80% as a team. Much like their women's program, so clutch in the closing minutes, and it's a big reason why this team's going to move to 10-5 if they win tonight.
And it's why both of those men have had those jobs there for so long. each of them 10 and 11 seasons.
Chuck Benson in year 11, a Carson Newman grad who was a manager on the team back in his student days. Now McLeod all by himself. Good up and under for Larry McLeod.
Great use of the glass by McLeod. He took a second after receiving the pass and made a good shot.
McLeod's up to 12. He's joined by Whitfield in double figures for Catawba. Ren Dyer with 2:26 to play. Davis around the screen, blows by his defender and fades a beauty.
And Williams can't be too aggressive down low. He took advantage of it as Williams has 4 fouls.
Burwell kicks to Pelote, got that thing off in a hurry, and Thomas grabs the board with Carson Newman's top-ranked defense really clamping down in the second half. And a foul on Whitfield might put this game away with 1:57 to go. It's the 10th team foul, so the double bonus the rest of the way for Carson Newman.
It's not how you want a game to end by giving them so many opportunities at the line. Definitely need to be more disciplined on both sides of the ball, especially on the defensive end, not allowing your opponent to get so many scoring opportunities from the line.
Trip Davis, 83% himself as he knocks in the first. When Rob Perrin for Catawba watches this tape, it's going to come down to a free throw contest. How about 22 attempts for Carson Newman tonight?
Definitely not a number that Perrin wants to see there, especially when they've been focusing so much on that aspect, making sure that they are disciplined on defense.
This lead is ballooned to 14. Remember, it was cut to 2 with 8 minutes to go. Here comes a three-pointer for Pelote, and he buries it from the corner. Timeout, Catawba. 11-point game, chance for Rob Perrin to draw something up.
I'm going to give it a shot. It's 11 points. You have enough time. And if you can shoot like Pelote can from the outside.
This is a new season high, by the way, 12 threes for Catawba.
Not what was expected coming into this game. Catawba has not had a game like this where they have shot from outside with such efficiency. Carson Newman not prepared for that. Took him a little while to adjust to Catawba's ability from outside. And we saw them take advantage of that in the second quarter and hit a lot of threes, or second.
Yeah, Carson Newman only gives up 65
second part of the first half
points a game. Their defense has been great all year, but Catawba may have found a weakness in the three-point shot. 5 threes for Whitfield tonight, 5 more threes for Pelote. But if Carson Newman can make their free throws, I don't see a way that Catawba could come back tonight. They're going to drop a 4th straight game.
Catawba's really good at stealing the ball, and if they can force some turnovers here, not send the Eagles to the line, that's their only hope.
Brennigan wisely backs it out with 18 on the clock. Carson Newman, they've been trying to break a big Catawba run. They had won 8 of the last 10 in this series. But here are the Eagles a chance to sweep in 2021. Davis with 2, misses the jumper. Here comes Todd Bird ahead with the basketball. Big 3 for Burwell. He needs it, can't hit it. And with 1 minute to go, Carson Newman's up 11. They're in the bonus and will shoot free throws the rest of the way.
Catawba needed to push the pace. Don't know if that was the shot that they wanted to be taking. Burwell hasn't been hitting from outside today. Other people have. Maybe dish it off to somebody else or don't settle for that so quickly. You have a little bit more time to work with.
However it happens, they needed some points as they've gone on a cold streak here as of late. And Ren Dyer pushes this lead to 12. Just 9 points in the last 8 minutes for Catawba. Their offense has gone quiet. And Carson Newman has the cupcakes ready. I'm trying to celebrate a big win here on the road. Burwell, nice layup.
That is more like the shot Burwell should be taking. Just drive it in the paint, take it to the basket.
Brunigan is doubled, needs some help, and a timeout called by Carson Newman.
They have the timeouts to use.
So, Aaron, this Carson Newman team's going to move to 9-5 in the league. We saw the Lincoln Memorial loss today. How dangerous can Chuck Benson's club be?
They can come into a game like they did today and shoot as well as they did. That's the component that they've been missing with their defense that's so efficient. They shoot well, but however, shooting like that will just elevate them to another place.
Catawba, meanwhile, with the loss, will drop down to 9th place in the league. Every team makes the tournament this year, but certainly for Catawba, they have some answers to figure out in the next 3 weeks before the conference tournament.
And because every team makes the tournament, Coach Perrin was saying that their focus isn't necessarily on having to win every single game. It's on getting better every day, making sure that they have everything that they might possibly want to run in the system, and everybody knows what they would need to do in that situation. And then just kind of make sure that they're where they want to be when the tournament time comes.
McLeod called for the reach, and he is not a fan of that call. So Brunigan goes to the free throw line as McLeod just fouled out.
I don't think Perrin was happy about that call either. He definitely threw his clipboard down after that.
The frustrating time of 3 straight losses, very competitive, especially late in the second half. It was a 1-point game with 8 minutes to go. And now with McLeod fouling out, Dre Nelson will come back in. So Luke Brunigan, 22 points tonight. He's joined by Davis with 24, doing the damage for Carson Newman.
The Eagles are just so clear on their identity. It starts with the defense. They stayed true to that. Even in the times when Catawba was fighting back and the game was getting close, they continued to rely on their defense, and they never let Catawba get a lead.
Contested 3, Whitfield, an air ball. And Ren Dyer in that defense for Carson Newman's been in the face of Catawba all night. Rob Perrin searching for answers as another foul here on Dyer, and a chance to build on what is now a career high and a season high. 25 made free throws for Carson Newman. Not their stat chasing, but.
No, I mean, it's good to have that many trips to the line and to be that efficient when you get there. It's made a big difference in this game.
Ren Dyer is up to 8 points, trying to sneak into double figures for the 7th time in his last 8 games.
I mean, just the comparison, Carson Newman's been to the line 27 times. Catawba's only been 5. That's a huge difference in a game.
That's how you make up for allowing 12 threes if you're Carson Newman. Last chance for Dre Nelson. Catawba with the loss will lose 4 in a row. They have to pick up things quickly with Newberry this week in a double dip and a layup for Nelson. Wouldn't imagine a foul here in a 13-point game. And that'll do it. Carson Newman was tested, led by 1 with 8 minutes to go. They close out the game on an impressive run. And the Carson Newman Eagles sweep the Catawba Indians on the season, moving to 10-5 on the year with an 87-74 victory.
Great overall performance by the Eagles. They were able to hit from an exceptional number outside, 50% from the field in general. And then defensively, they played lockdown D when they needed it, and they were able to ensure themselves the win.
Luke Brunigan and Trip Davis combined for 48 points. The Carson Newman Eagles roll to a win. For Aaron Summers, Evan Budrovich signing off from Goodman Gymnasium here in Salisbury, North Carolina. Thank you for watching this evening. It's the Carson Newman Eagles soaring to an 87-74 victory.